2 in the morning. The silence of the house is broken only by the sound of your own reluctant footsteps on the cold floor. This is the second time tonight. Sleep, the precious thing we crave most as we get older, is once again cruelly fragmented by the call of the bladder, the need to urinate. And this isn't just physical fatigue from interrupted sleep. It's the feeling of helplessness when you realize your body no longer listens to you as it once did. It's the quiet worry of possibly disturbing your partner sleeping soundly beside you. It's even the very real fear of slipping and falling in the dark when your body isn't fully awake. A haunting fear for many older adults during these unwelcome nightly trips. And as you return to bed, trying to reclaim your lost sleep, your mind relentlessly asks questions, beginning the search for a culprit. Could it be that sweet slice of pineapple I had after dinner? Or that refreshing glass of fresh orange juice I thought was good for my health? You are not alone in this search. I know that millions of older adults are doing the same thing every night. We start to suspect the most familiar things, even the nutritious fruits we've always loved. We read advice online, we hear things through the grapevine, and we begin a hopeful elimination diet, only to be disappointed when night falls and that frustrating cycle continues. Hello, I'm Dr. Christopher Wilson, and welcome back to Healthy Steps Seniors. As someone who has spent over 2 decades journeying with the health of older adults, I want to tell you, focusing on fruit, while well-intentioned, may be leading us astray. It's like we're so busy looking at one branch that we miss the entire forest of deeper, more important causes for which modern medicine has clear answers. So, in today's in-depth video, we won't just stop at identifying the problem. We will step into the role of true health investigators, step by step, delving into every corner of the issue of nighttime urination. First, we will debunk the common myths you may have believed for a long time, things that aren't based on science but cause us to worry and apply the wrong solutions. Next, we will explore the root causes, the real deeper medical reasons behind nighttime urination. Understanding these causes is the key to effectively solving the problem. And finally, most importantly, I will equip you with a comprehensive scientific plan. This plan is built on accurate medical knowledge, helping you to regain control of your sleep and eliminate the worry of nighttime urination on your own. Join me on this journey, because a good, uninterrupted night's sleep is not a luxury or a matter of luck. It is a rightful entitlement that you absolutely deserve. Part 1. Debunking the biggest myths about fruit. In this part of our journey, we will dissect the 2 most common myths, the 2 suspects most often blamed for our sleepless nights. The first myth: acidic fruits like oranges and lemons will make nighttime urination worse. Let's see what science says about these beliefs. First, let's talk about myth number 1. Oranges, lemons, pineapples, the acidic-tasting fruits. The reasoning we often hear sounds very logical. They are acidic, so eating them will make our urine acidic, and acidic urine will irritate our sensitive bladder. But this is one of the most wonderful and surprising things about our bodies. Medicine shows that the journey of food after it enters our body is much more complex. Many fruits that taste acidic, like oranges, actually contain a lot of alkaline minerals, especially potassium. After being metabolized, it is these very minerals that have an alkalizing effect on the urine, meaning they make the urine less acidic. It's the complete opposite of what we've always thought. To confirm this, a large and reputable study published in the International Urogynecology Journal followed thousands of women. The result? The researchers found no link whatsoever between eating acidic fruits, including citrus fruits and tomatoes, and the risk of developing urinary incontinence. This shows that our fear and complete elimination of these wonderful sources of vitamin C from our diet may be an unnecessary and even regrettable defense. Now, let's move on to the second myth, a belief I hear very often: eating bananas to soothe the bladder. Many people believe that the potassium in bananas helps to relax the smooth muscles of the bladder, calming it down. Once again, this is a well-intentioned idea, but it is not physiologically accurate. The truth is, scientific studies have shown the opposite. High concentrations of potassium in the urine can be an irritant to the delicate lining of the bladder. In clinical studies, when doctors infused a potassium solution directly into patients' bladders, it caused strong contractions, not relaxation. The bladder reacts to potassium as a foreign substance that needs to be expelled. This doesn't mean you have to stop eating bananas. Bananas are still a fantastic source of energy and nutrition for overall health, but we need to understand clearly that eating a banana is not a remedy for soothing the bladder at night. So, we have clarified two long-held beliefs. We see that the culprit is not a slice of orange, and the savior is not found in a banana. This is incredibly important because it helps us stop wasting time and energy on ineffective solutions. It clears the way for us to ask the most fundamental question. If it's not these things, then what is the real reason we have to wake up? In the next section, we will stop looking at the fruit plate. Instead, we will look deep inside our own bodies to discover three root causes, medical truths that, once understood, can completely change the way you control your sleep. Part 2. 3 root causes of nighttime urination that few people talk about. Modern medicine has identified 3 main groups of causes for nighttime urination in older adults. The first cause, and also the most common, has a medical name: nocturnal polyuria. Imagine your body has a water filtering factory. During the day, this factory operates normally, but at night, due to age-related hormonal changes, this factory sometimes works overtime, producing a larger than normal amount of urine. Your bladder is not at fault, it is simply being overloaded with too much urine produced at night. This is why many people feel that even after using the restroom right before bed, they still have to wake up after just a few hours with a very full feeling. The second cause doesn't come from the urine-producing factory, but from the reservoir itself, our bladder's reduced functional capacity. As we get older, the bladder muscle can become less elastic, like a balloon that has been inflated many times. It no longer stretches as well as it used to. The capacity it can comfortably hold before sending an alarm signal to the brain is reduced. Not only that, the nerves around the bladder also become more sensitive. They might send a full signal even when the bladder contains only a small amount. That's why you get that sense of urgency. But when you go, the amount of urine isn't as much as you thought. Now we come to the third group of causes: underlying medical issues and medications. This is the most important part that I want you to pay close attention to, because nighttime urination is not just a nuisance. It can be an early warning from the body about underlying medical problems. Blaming it on a few fruits can cause us to miss these important signals. For example, in people with congestive heart failure, when they lie down, the fluid that accumulated in their legs during the day returns to the circulatory system and is filtered out by the kidneys, creating more urine at night. With poorly controlled diabetes, the body tries to excrete excess sugar through the urine, pulling water along with it and increasing the frequency of urination. Sleep apnea is also a silent cause that very few people suspect. When you stop breathing, the pressure in your chest changes, affecting the heart and stimulating the body to produce a hormone that increases urine output. And of course, issues with kidney function or the side effects of certain medications you are taking, such as diuretics or blood pressure medicine, are also direct causes. I remember a male patient who came to see me because nighttime urination was exhausting him. He had tried everything, from not eating fruit to not drinking water after 6 p.m. After a thorough conversation and a few tests, we discovered he had fairly severe sleep apnea. After he was treated, not only did the sleep apnea disappear, but his nightly trips to the bathroom also decreased dramatically. His story is a powerful reminder. Never ignore the signals your body is sending. As you can see, the picture of nighttime urination is much more complex than a plate of fruit. It can come from the body producing too much urine, from the bladder becoming smaller, or it can be an important message about another health issue. Understanding these causes is not meant to make you worry. Quite the opposite. It is meant to empower you. Because when we know who our enemy is, we can devise the right strategies to deal with it. And that is exactly what we will do in the next section. Explore a simple but effective 4-pillar system so you can start controlling your sleep right at home. Part 3. The 4-pillar system for controlling nighttime urination at home. Understanding the cause correctly is the first step. Now for the most important part, the solution. I'm going to introduce a simple 4-pillar system you can apply right at home. These are not strict rules, but smart habits that help you work with your body instead of against it. Let's start with the first pillar, the most important foundation. Pillar 1. Smart fluid management. What to drink and when. The golden rule, simple but most effective, is this: limit drinking large amounts of fluid within 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. This gives your body enough time to process and eliminate the fluids you've taken in, helping your bladder to be as rested and empty as possible when you start to sleep. Many people worry that doing this will cause dehydration. But the key here is not to drink less, but to drink at the right time. Adopt the strategy of front-loading your fluids. Think of your morning glass of water as your best friend, helping to start your body after a long night. Drink steadily throughout the afternoon, but as the sun begins to set, start to slow down. And something extremely important, drink in small sips instead of downing a large glass all at once. Instead of drinking a full glass of water right before bed, just take a small sip if you feel your mouth is dry or if you need to take medication. Drinking a large amount of water at once creates a flood for the kidneys, forcing them to work at full capacity and quickly filling your bladder. Think of it like watering a plant. You water it slowly so the water soaks evenly into the soil, rather than pouring a whole bucket at once and having it overflow. Our bodies are the same. Pillar 2. The silent enemy, salt, also known as sodium. If fluid management is the first line of defense, the second pillar will help us attack a silent enemy that most people overlook: salt, also known as sodium. This is a factor that probably 90% of my patients had never considered. A high-salt diet has been shown in numerous studies to significantly increase urination frequency, both day and night. Why is that? Because when you eat a lot of salt, your body has to find a way to excrete the excess sodium, and the only way out is through the urine. To do that, the body has to pull a lot of water along with it, making you both thirstier and urinate more. It's a vicious cycle. You might not add much salt when you cook, but sodium is hidden everywhere, especially in foods we don't expect. So what do we need to do? First, get into the habit of reading food labels. Look for the line that says sodium. A food is considered high in sodium if it contains more than 400 to 500 milligrams per serving. Second, identify the main enemies. The biggest culprits are often processed foods, canned goods, cured meats, sausages, instant noodles, sauces, pre-made seasonings, and even bread. Third, make simple changes. Instead of using pre-made seasonings, use natural herbs like onion, garlic, ginger, and pepper for flavor. Instead of eating pickles, eat a fresh vegetable salad. A small change in choice can reduce hundreds of milligrams of sodium per day. Controlling your salt intake not only helps you get a better night's sleep, but it's also one of the best things you can do for your blood pressure and heart health. After controlling fluid and salt intake, let's now look closely at what we put into our bodies daily. The third pillar is identifying the real irritants. Instead of worrying about a slice of tomato, let's focus on two culprits that have been scientifically proven to have a much stronger and more direct impact. The first culprit is present in many households: caffeine. It's not just in coffee, but also in tea, some soft drinks, chocolate, and even some pain relievers. Caffeine affects your bladder in two ways. First, it acts as a diuretic. It pushes your kidneys to produce more urine faster. Second, and more importantly, it also directly irritates the bladder muscle, increasing contractions and creating a sense of urgency, even when the bladder isn't full. I'm not asking you to give it up completely, but try not to consume any products containing caffeine after 2 p.m. This change can have a surprisingly positive effect on your sleep. The second culprit is also very common: alcohol. Like caffeine, alcohol is a potent diuretic and also irritates the bladder. But it has another effect. While alcohol might help you fall asleep faster, it disrupts your sleep architecture in the later stages, causing you to sleep less deeply and be more easily awakened by the smallest signals from your bladder. Limiting alcohol, especially in the evening, is one of the kindest things you can do for your sleep. After identifying what to limit, let's conclude this system with a pillar full of hope. The third pillar is identifying the real irritants. Pillar 4. Supportive nutrition and the golden habit. Now, let's return to our fruit friends. Instead of being afraid, let's look at them correctly. Many studies show that a diet rich in vegetables and fruits in general is associated with a reduction in urinary tract symptoms. Some compounds in fruits, called flavonoids, have even been shown to be beneficial for bladder health. So if you want to eat fruit in the evening, confidently choose those that are naturally low in acid, such as bananas, pears, papayas, or a few slices of avocado. See them not as cures, but as gentle companions that won't put extra pressure on your bladder. And finally, a golden habit that can make a big difference: pelvic floor muscle exercises, also known as Kegel exercises. These muscles are like a hammock that supports your bladder. When they are strong, you will have better control over urination and reduce the feeling of urgency. The exercise is very simple. You can do it anywhere, even while watching this video. Imagine you are trying to stop the flow of urine midstream. Squeeze those muscles tightly for 3 to 5 seconds, then relax. Repeat 10 times and try to do it a few times each day. This habit, combined with the other 3 pillars, will create a solid defense system, helping you regain your confidence and peace for the long nights ahead. So, we have gone on a long journey together in the past 30 minutes. We started with a common suspicion about a plate of fruit, but then discovered that the picture of nighttime urination is much more complex and profound. It's not about a miracle or villain fruit, but about the wisdom in our daily habits: how we drink water, how we season our meals, how we choose our afternoon cup of tea, and, most importantly, how we listen to our own bodies. What does this mean? It means you are not helpless. You absolutely have the power to improve your sleep, to reclaim peace for your long nights. That power doesn't come from a distant pill, but from the small, conscious, and science-based choices you can start making, starting tomorrow. However, before you begin any changes, there is one piece of advice, one step more important than all the others, that I want you to remember. If nighttime urination is truly affecting your quality of life, making you tired and exhausted, then the most important step you can take is not to avoid a certain fruit, but to talk to your doctor. See it as the highest level of self-care. Let your doctor help you find the root cause, to ensure that we are not missing any underlying health issues, from heart disease and diabetes to sleep apnea. Only then can we build a comprehensive, safe, and truly personalized treatment plan for you. Of course, please note that all information in this video is for educational purposes only. You should always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet or lifestyle. If you found this video helpful and valuable, please don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button. Share it with your friends and loved ones who are also searching for a good night's sleep. And don't forget to subscribe to the Healthy Steps Seniors channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos on our health journey together. Thank you for your time and for joining me. Remember, every small step towards health is a worthy one. Healthy Steps Seniors will always be here, walking with you, one step at a time. Wishing you a very good night's sleep.